Use the order of operations to simplify the following expressions. We're just going to do part A here, so let's cover up part B with our order of operations so we can use them as a reference. According to the order of operations, parentheses comes first. Be sure you understand that means you're supposed to do what's inside of the parentheses. That's all you're worried about, is what's inside of the parentheses. So if we look at our original expression, parentheses comes first, and what's inside the parentheses is 6.7 minus 3.5. I'm going to split my workspace into two sections right here. On the left, I'm going to keep all my steps nice and organized, and on the right, I'm going to do my scratch work. So let's make a space for me to do the parentheses step. So 6.7 minus 3.5 gives me 3.2. Notice how I lined up the decimal points and dropped that decimal point straight down. So that's going to give me 3.2. So now I'm going to look on the left side of my screen, and my new expression is now 16.4 minus 3.2 squared. I'm all done with the parentheses step. Next is exponents. If I look in my expression now, I need to take care of the exponent of 2, which means I'm going to do 3.2 squared. So let's set up some space to do 3.2 squared. I'm going to put an E here because I'm doing the exponents. And 3.2 squared means I'm going to do 3.2 times itself, or 3.2 times 3.2. Let's set up the multiplication problem. And remember, we will deal with the decimals at the end. So first we will treat this as 32 times 32. So watch the multiplication. And you end up with 1024. But remember, now we go back and take care of the decimals. So I look at the two numbers that were originally in my multiplication problem, the 3.2 and the 3.2. I count the decimal places. There was 2 decimal places total. 3.2 has 1 decimal place, and the other 3.2 also has 1 decimal place, so there's 2 decimal places total. That means my final answer has to have 2 decimal places total. So I start on the right and work my way in. So the 4 and the 2 will make up my 2 decimal places. So I'm going to enter my decimal point so that the 2 and the 4 come after my decimal point. So my answer for this part of the problem is going to be 10.24. Let's go back on the left and put that inside my expression. So now I'm at 16.4 minus 10.24. We're all done with exponents. There's no multiplication or division. So now we are at add or subtract. And it's a minus, so all I'm doing is subtracting. So let's set up a box for subtracting. So 16.4 minus 10.24. Notice how I line up the decimal points, and notice how I have that space. The first number, the 16.4, doesn't have a digit in the hundredths place, so I have to insert a 0 so I can subtract. Watch the subtraction. I have to borrow. I have to bring that decimal point straight down, and I wind up with 6.16. So back on the left side, my final answer is 6.16.